Our next section is citizenship, fundamental rights, fundamental duties, and directive principles of state policy. Under which article of Constitution are the cultural and educational rights granted? Article 29 and 30. Which of the following is not specifically mentioned in Article 19 of the Constitution? Freedom of press, right to constitutional remedies comes under fundamental rights. If an Indian citizen is denied a public office because of a religion, it is right to equality. Fundamental freedom under Article 19 are fundamental freedoms under Article 19 are suspended during emergency of war or external aggression. The theory of fundamental rights implies limited government, prohibition of discrimination on grounds of religion is classified under right to equality. Any dispute regarding the violation of fundamental rights can be presented in either Supreme Court or High Court. Which of the following is included in directive principle of state policy? Among these is prohibition of consumption except for medicinal purposes, etc. Then Indian Constitution recognizes minorities on the basis of religion. Fundamental individuals or all are correct. Article 14 guarantees equality before law and equal protection of law to all persons living within the territory of India. Which schedule of Constitution of India contains special provisions for administration and control of scheduled areas in several states? This is the fifth schedule. Scheduled areas. Untouchability is abolished and its practice is punishable according to Article 16. Sorry, 17, not 16, it's 17. Sorry, 17. Which one is not correctly matched? Right to personal liberty include right to carry on any trade or business. Is wrong. As far as armed forces are concerned, the fundamental rights granted under Articles 14 and 19 of the Constitution are available only according to law made by the Parliament. Right to education is a fundamental right emanating from right to life and personal liberty under Article 21. The Constitution names the country as India, that is Bharat. The Constitution provides that Hindi shall be the official language of Union of India. What is the minimum permissible age for employment in any factory or mine? This is 14 years. Which of the following is not a condition for becoming a citizen of India? That is acquiring property. Which is competent? Who is competent to prescribe conditions as for acquiring Indian citizenship? It is the Parliament. Which of the following statement regarding the acquisition of Indian citizenship is correct? It is, if born in India, only that person can acquire citizenship, at least one of whose parent is an Indian. According to the Citizenship Act 1955, Indian citizenship cannot be acquired by children of the diplomatic personnel or alien enemies born in India on or after 26th January 1950. Citizenship provisions are enshrined in the Constitution in Part 2, Article 5 to 11. This is important question. Article 5 to 11, citizenship. Which of the following articles describes about the person voluntarily acquiring citizenship of a foreign state not to be citizens? This is Article 9. Article 6 enshrines the provisions conferring rights of citizenship of certain persons who have migrated to India from Pakistan. Which one of the following provisions is incorrect? This is he or either of his parents or any of his grandparents were born in India as defined in the Government of India Act 1935. Details on how citizenship may be acquired and terminated are enumerated in this Citizenship Act 1955. Indian citizenship of a person can be terminated if there are three conditions enumerated as 1, 3, and 4. A person voluntarily acquires citizenship of some other country. Number 3, the Government of India is satisfied that citizenship was obtained by fraud, and a person who is a citizen by birth indulges in trade with the enemy country during war. 30. A person can become a citizen of India even if born outside India if his or her father or mother is a citizen of India at the time of person's birth. To acquire citizenship by registration, a person must have been resident in India for 5 years. Which of the following rights was described by B.R. Ambedkar as the heart and soul of the Constitution? That is right to constitutional remedies. Which of the following fundamental rights is also available to a foreigner on the soil of India? Protection of life and personal liberty against action without authority of law. Then, with reference to the Constitution, which one of the following is not parallelly matched? Stock exchange is not on state list. Forest is on concurrent list, true. Insurance is on list, true. Marriage is not true. On whom does the Constitution confer special responsibility for the enforcement of fundamental rights? That is the Supreme Court. According to Article 23, the following are prohibited: traffic in human beings, beggary, slavery, and bonded labor. Article 20 to 22 relate to the fundamental rights to life and personal liberty. These rights are available to citizens and non-citizens. Which one of the following has been dropped from the list of personal freedom enshrined in Article 19 of the Constitution? This is freedom to acquire, hold, and dispose of property. Once the proclamation of emergency is made, the right of a citizen to move to the Supreme Court for the enforcement of his fundamental right is suspended by the President of India. Under Article 368, Parliament has no power to repeal fundamental rights because they are part of vast structure of essential framework of the Constitution. Which of the following is not or not indicative of the trend? Please pause this slide and watch. Enforcement of directory principle depends on most on the courts. In effective position in Parliament, resources available in government, public cooperation, resources. In the Constitution, opportunities for the development of scientific temper, humanism, and spirit of inquiry and reform are found in the fundamental duties. The fundamental duty of India's citizens were provided by amendment of the Constitution. Which of the following is correct about the fundamental duties? This is A. The total number of fundamental duties mentioned in the Constitution is 11. The fundamental duties enacted in Part 4A of the Constitution are no more than meant to create psychological consciousness among the citizens of education value. Fundamental duties have been added in the Constitution by 42nd Amendment 1976 in accordance with the recommendation of Swarn Singh Committee. Respect for national flag and national anthem is the fundamental duty of every citizen. The fundamental duties were introduced are not justifiable. This is 42nd Amendment, not 44.